Welcome here at the show in Berlin, where we're showing you this Alfastreet Marine 23 cabin. We're actually quite happy that we're allowed by the German dealer Krüger and Thiel to be able to show you this Alfastreet Marine here on the stand, where there's many more models. But again, this is the 23 cabin, so let me take you on board. I'll get back to the aft section later, but what I'd like to start with is this nice cockpit area. A really quite large cockpit with a nice, I think it's teak table with nice cup holders. And I also like the detailing with these nice recessed hinges here, making it more easy to get on and off the boat from the aft to the forward section. But again, just nice detailing, having them recessed in this particular way. A really nice social area with lots of place to sit. With this one now standing in the upright position, with even a small spider here. Let me take it away in the meantime. But this is also nice if you want to do some lounging, because you can fold this like this and sit here in a lounge position. Or actually, if you're as tall as myself, you can actually also use this one. And there's still lots of place to sit and enjoy the sunshine and being with family and friends on the water. There's lots of other nice details, such as this. You can see a boat hook here, and it's another special place for just a boat hook, but you could put your phone, drinks or whatever here with this practical area for storage. Nice detailing in the cushions also, with extra stitching on the edges here. It looks nice, but it's also practical because it doesn't worn out in, well, 10-20 years time. And also the way these cushions are angled makes it really practical to sit here. Also here, nice details such as this stainless steel protection here on the sides. Nice permateak on the decks, which is of course an option. I think a great option. And on that side, by the way, there's a cooling drawer, a Dometic one, and you can see that it's actually quite big. There's other options for cooling, but this actually is a good solution because it's really close by. This is the area where you tend to sit with family and friends. So you could just grab in that direction and get a cold drink. So a really nice detail. Something which is extremely nice with this Alfastreet Marine, but with many Alfastreet Marines, let me close this in the meantime, is this roof. Because of course this is a protection against the sun. If it's extremely hot, we like to be sheltered from the sun. But not only that, if you're done boating, you just press a button and down it goes. And of course you can take this back, protecting an even bigger. This is actually my very first time, so I'm still looking if, yeah, you can see that the boat is covered. So no zippers, covers which tend to leak, no windows made out of plastic which you need to renew every couple of years. This is made out of fiberglass, even in a nice color. So a really practical solution. And of course, if you come on to the boat, you press the other button, you open it up, and you let the fun begin. So a really nice solution. Let me take it in the highest position so that we can walk towards the bow area also. But before I do that, these are nice details such as this key with this nice Alfastreet Marine logo in it. And also this small door, which you close easily like this. If you have like a small dog or even kids, it just protects people or dogs from falling overboard. And another nice detail is this storage solution for the fenders. People who are experienced know that you're always struggling with fenders. Where do you leave them? Well, there's actually a really good solution by putting these here. You just put them in here and they're just out of the way in a nice, convenient way. Okay, a nice window frame made out of stainless steel. Of course it's practical, but also it just makes the boat feel very luxurious. Let me take my phone out and I sit here. Here being at the helm position, and this is a really nice helm. This boat is equipped, by the way, with an electric engine with a proper battery capacity, so you could take this boat out on the water for a full day, depending on the speed you use, of course. But there's a display here where you can see how much capacity you still have. There's also a bow thruster, the controls are here. Nice switches. I think on the other boats they are slightly different. We just made a video on the 28 where the switches are different. So I'm not sure. I think these will be replaced by the ones which are now on the 28, but that I'm not sure of. There's a CE plate showing the capacity. It can carry 8 people. It can have up to 220 kilowatts, which is, let me quickly calculate, I think 300 horsepower. So you could also have an inboard engine with that capacity on this 23 cabin, but this is an electrically propelled Alfastreet Marine, which I think is a great solution, especially in areas where we are at Aalsmeer, the Hollandse Plassen, which are a nice few lakes with islands and small waterways. You cannot go to Amsterdam, Haarlem, Leiden and not having any noise from the engine. I mean, it's really silent, I'm sure. So very practical in our area. Nice grab rails if you want to hang on to something. Flip up seats so you can sit and enjoy the wind if it's extremely hot, or just have a better overview while maneuvering or towing someone behind the boat. Also a nice dark visor, which does not reflect easily, but also makes it possible to still see all the instruments here on the dashboard. And let me take you to the bow area. I have to be careful with this roof not to hit my head. Again, I'm not the average guy, 1.92 meters. But yeah, this being a nice bow area, also with this permateak, what I like is also the detailing here, that they make such nice things here on the side with this hatch, with, by the way, also these nice stainless steel recessed hinges, and the anchor winch being protected. Well, at least you're protected from not falling over the anchor winch because it's mounted below deck. And not only that, there's a protection here for the anchor, but this can also be used as a step-on. Let me go to the side a bit. If you tend to moor in a marina, bow first. Stainless steel cleats, stainless steel side rails. Please note also the welding, which has been done extremely nice. You don't see rough welds here in these corners, and it's the attention to detail that I tend to like, having been working with quality brands such as Axopar, Boston Whaler and Sea Ray, and I really like the quality on these Alfastreet Marines as well. So let me take you into the cabin. Here we go. This, by the way, is also a nice solution to open and close the door, like this. There's a stereo unit here, like on the 28, with MP3 and USB connection right here. But even more, I think there's a 12 volt and double USB also here below. There's storage on many places, such as these small details. And something I'm forgetting, you may notice this. The cockpit is self-bailing, which means it's safe if you get quite a bit of water in the cockpit. It drains out automatically, and of course it's easy to clean. This is a 23-footer. Now usually cabins in 23-footer downwards are not really big. You can see that the headroom here is not huge, but this still is a place where you could sleep at least one person. Me being 1.92 meters, I can still lie here. I think this is close to 2 meters. So there's for me enough room, but not unfortunately for my wife. But this is an area that you use for one person to sleep overnight. Or if you have kids, they tend to get tired by the end of the day and they want to get rid of the life jackets. They can sit here, be sheltered from the sun, be watching an iPad, or even have a small nap here. So still, I think this is a practical cabin. And also it's a very comfortable cabin. You just feel nice because there's daylight from the portholes on the sides here. There's lots of nice warm teak used throughout the cabin. There's a mirror, just giving it a roomy feel. And nice upholstery, lots of nice detailing, indirect lights. I mean, it just feels right. There's storage, of course, cupboards. And there's a toilet below the place where I am at. Having this porta potty from Dometic, I think it's a really practical solution. People having watched my other videos know that I have a Axopar 28 cabin myself, where I also installed something similar like this, because you don't need a holding tank. It just makes life a bit simpler, I think, but that's my personal opinion. There's a switchboard here with a main switch for the service batteries. There's a gauge for the fresh water tank. There's different switches also for the windlass and for other stuff. So a great, easily accessible place for all the switches. And let me get back, because what I still have not shown you is of course the engine compartment. But you won't be able to see a lot here because this has the electric engine, but I'll show you in a minute. Of course, this also is a nice place to enjoy the sunshine, but I'll tell you about that later. Let me open this up first. Notice also the huge bathing platform, which just adds to the fun that you have in the water. A lot of the fun you have boating is anchoring. And well, having a huge bathing platform just makes it really nice and convenient to stay here and have fun with the kids playing, getting in and out of the water. So here's the engine area. You don't see a lot because actually the installation is below here. It's 10 kilowatt engine in this boat, but again, you don't see it here. Batteries are stored, I think, there, but you see a few chargers, you see a water tank, but that also means that there's still a lot of place to store things such as, well, fenders, life vests, toys for the kids, a stand-up paddleboard, whatever. There's still plenty of room. But notice also the way it's been laid out and the attention to detail. It's nice things such as a really big electric gas rod here, and also the way the cables, etc., are mounted. It's just done in a very professional, neat way. On the other side, by the way, on that side, there's still a shower. So if you are to use a boat such as this one on salt water and you have been swimming, you want to rinse off the salt, let me take it down first. So very convenient, and for that you have a water tank. But this area also is really nice if you want to enjoy the sunshine. And what you can do is actually take this up, hang on, I'm going a bit too fast, and do like this. And not only that, note also not only this light, but the indirect lighting here, which I think makes it really classy, but also this solution, So, a great way of lounging here in the aft and enjoying the nice sunshine. Even for taller people like myself, this is just fine. A really nice way to enjoy the water and the sunshine. So, with that, let me wrap up this video. Again, this is the Alfastreet Marine 23 cabin. We have not ordered it as a demo because I think there's Not a lot of availability for 2023, but I'll be looking into that. But I really like this boat. A really relatively compact, yet affordable and very cozy, warm day cruiser. So welcome aboard, and I hope to see you in our next videos. See you next time.